Hey everybody, Dustin here from Backcountry Cuisine, and today we are talking about the Pantry method. Anyway, so the Pantry method is a way that I kind of came up with to make meals more quickly. Before, I had a recipe book, and I would kind of go through the recipe and say like, oh, I need a tablespoon of this, tablespoon of that, and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And so I would kind of have to go to the store and get all my materials and have to create my meals individually, and that worked okay. It was fine, but it always seemed to take way longer than I thought it should. And so I kind of played around with some ratios and realized it's not that difficult. You can make meals really fast if you kind of have them set up ahead of time. So I realized I'm a little bit odd, just a little, in that I have tons of material here to work with, but you don't need that many. I just like variety, and I'm a geek, so I go a little bit hog wild sometimes. So this is my pantry. Literal backcountry cooking pantry. I go a lot, so I do use a lot of material. The ratio is simple. It's 2 to 1 to 1 to 1. And that's basically it. 2 parts starch, 1 part veggie, 1 part protein, and 1 part sauce. That's it. There you go. Done. Easy. If you have everything set up here, it goes even faster because you say, let's see, I'm going to use rice as my starch. And for my veggies, I want maybe some sweet potatoes, and I'll put in a little bit of onion in there too, and maybe a couple tomatoes. That'll be my protein. And then for my sauce, I'm gonna use my, whatever sauce you have, but let's just say, in this case, I'm gonna use my really amazing, super yummy Thai peanut sauce. So I'm gonna use that one. And then for my protein, I'm going to use my beefish bits. These are, beefish bits is textured vegetable protein that's flavored with beef broth. So it tastes like beef, kind of, sort of. It's not bad. I'm not saying I love it. I prefer to dry my own protein, like chicken and ground beef, things like that, and use it. Way better flavor. But this keeps really well. I keep all of my dried meats and things like that in the freezer so that they will last longer in case I don't go through them. I usually go through them, but just in case. But beefish bits work great too. So I'm going to go ahead and get my chicken because I like that better. I like that better. With the Thai peanut, I think with chicken, just right. Okay, got my frozen stuff. Now, what I decided actually, I was thinking Thai. I want to go seafood style on this one. So this is dried imitation crab. I get the crab legs. I roll them out, dry them on the dehydrator. That's what this is. So, let's make a meal. Time me. All right. And go. Grab, remember, 2 parts starch. Okay. So I'm going with half a cup of rice. Bam. Done. Back on the shelf. 1 part veggie. All right, let's go to a 1/4 cup. Got my 1/4 cup. And I want mostly sweet potatoes in here. Oh man, this thing's brand new. I gotta, slow me down. Okay, so I got myself some sweet potatoes in there. I want mostly sweet potatoes. A little bit of onion. Yep, there we go. And then also just a little bit of tomato. And I'm a kind of veggie kind of guy, so I'm gonna overload my 1/4 cup. All right, so here's my 1/4 cup. It's a little overloaded, but I want more veggies rather than less. And then I'm gonna go with my crab, 1 part crab, so a 1/4 cup of crab. Wow. And then I need some sauce, right? And there's my sauce powder right there, a 1/4 cup of that. All right, blammo. Hey, guess what? I made myself a meal. That's it. I'm done. Meal, done. How long did that take? Minute and a half? Something like that. You will say, yeah, but you had all of your things all ready to go. And that's true. So you're right that if you have it all set up, it's super fast and super easy. But it used to take me 2 hours to put my meals together for a 3-day trip, because I would be having to go to the grocery store, I'd have to be going to these. So this way I kind of make sure I have the basics. And yes, it does take some maintenance. So I do have to go and every once in a while I have to spend a half an hour making 10 meals worth of sauce. So for example, I just went on a trip this weekend and I didn't have any of my white chili sauce mix done. So yeah, I spent a half an hour, not even that, maybe 20 minutes making my white chili sauce powder. And I used up a little bit of it, and now I have at least 4 more meals worth in here that I don't have to do it again for that many trips if I use the same one. But if I only use that one, then I'm using the Thai, then you know what I'm saying. So it can last quite a long time if you make it. So let's do that again. There's my Thai peanut. This time, what I want to do is I'm gonna make my white chili, and I really like the white chili recipe. This is one of my sauce powders that I came up with. Love it. And so I'm going to start again, but this one's going to be a little bit different. And that's what I like about the pantry method, is you can modify it based on what you want. I want it to be more of a chili, but this is what I call a white chili, which is, it has no tomato base to it at all. So it's going to be all lighter colored products. So I'm going to do my normal 2 parts starch. But instead of veggies for this particular one, I'm going to do beans. So I also have navy beans, white dried navy beans. So I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of that. Row. Dropping things. And put that in the bag. And I could do a 1/4 cup of chicken. I could, but you know, I kind of want a lot of chicken. I like it when this would be a perfectly good meal. And I have found that this much food is perfect for just me personally. If I'm going to be with my wife or with a buddy or something like that, I just double everything and it comes out to a nice amount of food. So there's that. But you know, I want a little extra chicken, so I'm going to do not quite an extra 1/2 cup, just because I like it. And I can do that if I want it. Or if I think that I'm going to go with somebody who's a bigger eater, I can add up more extra in there. Put my, where did I put it? There it is. Here's my powder. All right. Bam. Put that in there. Second meal done. I got both my dinners done. That easy, that fast. It's not hard. And so I love the pantry method. Again, if you want to double it or triple it, no problem. You just, instead of doing a 1/2 cup of rice, you do a full cup of rice to double it, right? So the math becomes pretty simple. It's all ratios. I like ratios. Let's see, other options. The biggest thing is that, you know, my sauce powders, I've been working on them and trying to perfect them over the years, and I like several that I have. But sometimes I'm looking for something a little bit different. I want a different flavor. So what you can do instead you can go to the grocery store and go to the little soup aisle. And they have all these little dried packets. So this one is a pesto sauce mix. This one is like a mushroom stroganoff packet. This one is an enchilada packet. So, you know, I've got all kinds. This one's just like, you know, taco rice. Another, shiitake mushroom gravy, right? So you can get any of these beef and broccoli seasoning mix. These are your sauce packets, right? This is your sauce. Instead of having to go and make it, you can just go and buy it. And these are usually somewhere around 99 cents or maybe $1.50. Sometimes you can get them on sale for like 59 cents. So they're cheap and you can get a lot of variety really quickly and easily and not have to make your own. So you just buy a bunch of these packs, try one, see if you like it, throw it in a container like this, and you're good to go. So that's the basics of the pantry method. Again, I was saying that I have found personally that a 1/2 cup of rice or 1/2 cup of starch, 1/4 cup of veggies, 1/4 cup of protein, and a 1/4 cup of my sauce mix perfect for me and my wife. Perfect for us. But maybe you're a bigger eater. Maybe you want a little bit more food. Well, instead of a quarter cup, do a third of a cup. Maybe that works for you. Maybe that's not enough at all. Just use the proportions. The proportionality, I think, is the key part. And you can make whatever meal you want. Fast and easy. Now, you might say, well, this is ridiculous. I don't have this. I can't have this. It's too expensive. It's too much food or whatever. Fine. No big deal. Here's what you do. You buy some instant rice. Minute rice. This is like $4 or something like that for a huge thing. So that's cheap. Then you can go and get yourself from Harmony House Foods. I am a big fan of Harmony House. They do not pay me to endorse their products. If they want to, bring it on. If you want me to be a paid endorser, actually, I'll just take free product or discounted product. Talk to me. Harmony House Foods, they make a mixed vegetable one. Mine's basically done now, but I usually have a lot of that in a container like this. And buy a big jug of it, or even this amount, right? Quarter cup. You can get a lot of quarter cups out of that. So you can have basically this. Oh, yeah, this is tomato soup, which also makes a good sauce, right? This is your backcountry packet. And if you want, so you're thinking, well, but I'm using the same protein, I'm using the same starch, I'm using the same veggie every single time. Really? Yeah, really. All you do is you change the sauce, completely changes the taste of the meal. Yeah, you can go crazy like me. You can be crazy if you want to, but this is all you need. So I would just say go with that to begin with. But you're going to get addicted. So you're going to want to start adding more sauces. You're going to want to start adding some more veggies. Like, oh, when I have my, what was this one? My beef and broccoli, I don't want chickenish bits. I want beefish bits. So sometimes I'm going to want beef and sometimes I'm going to want chicken. So now I'm going to get one of each of those. This is broccoli. And so at Harmony House, you can also get dehydrated broccoli, of course. So you can actually have a beef and broccoli meal with your beef and broccoli sauce mix. But you can get by with just this. Really, really simple. Instead of rice, you can use the Kraft, mac and cheese kind of macaroni. Cooks up really fast. I like that better. Ramen, real common. People use ramen. You can also use mashed potatoes. That's another one of my favorites to use, mashed potatoes. You can buy things like this. These are golden curry cubes. Amazing sauce. Amazing. Tastes so good. It comes in these little packets like this, and they're broken up into 4 little cubes. 1 cube, perfect for 1 meal. 2 cubes, perfect for a double batch kind of thing. That's actually there's a lot of flavor to 1 cube, so you can get by with watering it down a little bit, but I like flavor. If you like mushrooms, the other one I like to get is dried mushrooms. And the best way to get that is to go to an Asian market, find your local Asian market. They almost always have a huge packet. Go to the Asian market, and they have these large packs of shiitake mushrooms, typically. They have all kinds of different mushrooms, but this one is 3 ounces, and I think it cost me like $6 or $7, maybe $8 tops. And this is a ton of mushrooms, and they're really good quality ones. So that's the one thing I don't get from Harmony House. Harmony House mushrooms are way more expensive and not even as good. Asian market for your mushrooms. But the simplest packets from the grocery store, instant rice, ramen, mixed veggie, right? So again, a mixed veggie one from Harmony House, and then like a chickenish bits or something like that. So you have your protein, you have your veggies, you have your sauce, and you have your starch. Done. That's the pantry method. Go to the grocery store. First thing, go to the grocery store and find some different sauce packs that sound interesting to try. Take care, everybody, and be well.